Hello and welcome to today's 15-minute morning flow for the days you just don't want to move. We're going to get nice and comfy on our mat today. I want you to sit right on your heels instead of crisscrossed. Yeah, so hands can come to your thighs, roll your shoulders back. Yeah, maybe take some neck circles today. Before we get into anything, just loosening up our neck. Our traps are back. And then reach the crown of your head nice and high, lengthening from your tailbone all the way to the top. We're going to inhale our shoulders up to our ears and exhale, drop them down and back. Do it again, inhale up. Exhale, round them down and back. And then take your arms up, big stretch. And exhale, we can fold off to the right side. The left arm extends, the side body pulls, drop your shoulder back. And then we'll extend off to the right, to the left. And then bring your hands back to your hips here. We're going to do some seated cats and cows. So as your shoulders go back, your belly pushes forward, your gaze lifts. And then drag your hands down your knees, round your spine. Just continuing this motion. Inhale, the shoulders back. Exhale, round. Inhale, drag the hands back to the hips. Exhale, push it away. And you're always welcome to stay if one posture feels better than movement today. Maybe choosing to keep the hands at the knees, the spine round, the chin tucked. Or maybe choosing to keep the shoulders back, the gaze lifted, the chin high. Whatever feels better to you today. We'll do one more round of movement. Push the spine away. Inhale, glide the hands to hips. And then we'll set up in a child's pose. So today, if you don't want to take your knees too wide, you can keep them tucked in. A little extra protection for your heart. If you don't want to walk your fingertips out, you can bend your elbows. Just start to drop in your shoulders. Spending just a couple breaths here in whatever posture you chose. And then I want you to wrap your arms around your legs, reaching back to your ankles, but letting your elbows hit the mat. Maybe you choose to roll off to one cheek. As your heart starts to get heavy and your shoulders start to lower, take a big breath. On the exhale, think about driving your glutes to your heels. Fill up. Exhale. Just a few more breaths in this space, maybe setting an intention for your practice or your day. And then we're going to reach the arms up above our head. Start to walk your fingertips out, lengthening in the spine. And then we'll come up to a forearm tabletop. Flip your palms so that your thumbs are facing out. Maybe start to sway your hips a little bit. And then steadying into the center, you're going to think about pulling your shoulders away from your elbows here. Your gaze to the top of the mat. Just broadening in the back. And then we'll flip our palms around, walk it out for a puppy pose. Your chin or your forehead hits the mat. Your hips stay right over your knees. And then we'll make our way to our Sphinx pose. So the palms and the forearms stay down. Slither your belly down. So your belly button is pressing into the mat, the tops of your hips, the tops of your thighs, tops of your feet, your palms, your forearms lift. Take your gaze high, round your shoulders, big breath in, and empty. Adding a little more pressure with your fingertips, reaching a little bit further out of your shoulders, your neck lengthens, big breath in. And on the exhale, take your hands back in together. Rest your head down. We're going to windshield wiper our legs. You're welcome to take like a Venn diagram with your feet, creating circles, or you can just rock side to side. We're going to send our legs out long. Take your hands by your shoulders, just pressing yourself up to a tabletop. And then swinging your knees in front, coming down to your glutes. We're going to take our hands behind us. Your palms can face back or they can face forward, whatever feels more comfortable, as we rock our knees side to side for 90-90s. Just trying to get both sides of both knees down at once, and it's okay if you have to shift, you have to move your glutes, you have to move your hands. It's okay if you want to move your fingers, switch positions. We're just working on a little mobility. And then we're going to lower all the way down. Supta, Baddha, Konasana. The palms of your feet touch. Take one hand to your belly and one to your heart. Start to drop in. Start to soften beneath your shoulder blades. Start to soften in your feet. Softening your knees, allowing them to rest down just a little lower. Maybe taking your elbows out a little further. Untensing your shoulders, untensing your jaw, releasing in your nose, maybe scrunching and letting go, maybe closing your eyes. As you take your next sip of oxygen, fill your belly, your chest, your heart, everything up. And exhale. And then just set your own pace for your breath. Maybe wiggling your toes. And then bringing your knees in towards each other. We're going to set ourselves up for a bridge pose. So scoot your heels into your glutes or your glutes into your heels. Tucking your shoulders behind, maybe interlacing the fingertips as you engage the glutes. Press the hips high, big breath in. And exhale, lower. We'll do one more, so wrap the hands behind, just shoulders tuck under, press the hips up, and exhale, lower. Knees hugging in, both once again. And then you're just gonna send your right leg long, up to the sky, flexing and pointing your toes. You can drop your left leg out in front and just hold onto the right leg, just pointing and flexing. You could take your left leg to a bent knee if you would like, or you can send it all the way out, your choice. Just flexing, pointing, moving, maybe circling the ankle. And then we're gonna pull in just a little closer. Maybe your hands glide up to your calf, pointing and flexing once again. Rocking the heel side to side, twisting the ankle, feeling a nice stretch in the top of your foot, in the back of your hamstring. And then taking a half happy baby, taking your hand to the outside of your foot, pressing your low belly, your low back into the mat. Hold strong. Empty. Do it again, fill up. Exhale. And then bring your elbow outside your knee. We're gonna switch for a spinal twist, dropping your left knee over, glancing off to the right, elbow, shoulder, hit the mat, big breath in. Sigh it away. Take another slow sip of oxygen. Sigh it away. And then bring both knees back up. You're gonna extend the left leg. You can take your hands behind your hamstring. You can extend your right leg if you'd like, or you can keep it bent, whatever feels better today. I'll just demo both. Last time I had it extended. Now I'll have my right bent. We're just gonna point and flex. Point and flex. And then maybe rock your heel side to side. And maybe circling your ankle in both directions. Yeah, pointing and flexing once again. And then bring your hamstring in a little closer. Maybe your hands slide up to your calf. And once again, you point and flex. You rock your heel. You circle your ankle. And then bending your knee in, taking a half happy baby. Your hand comes to the outside of your left foot. You can extend your right leg long, or you can keep it bent in if that feels better. Big breath in. Sigh. And then taking your hand and your elbow to the outside of your knee, crossing over, spinal twist. Your left hand comes down, look off over your left shoulder, your right hand right to your knee for some support. Take a big breath. Exhale. Softening your left shoulder in and down just a little more. And then we'll take a full happy baby. So the hands come to the outsides of both feet. You press your low back into the ground, centering yourself here. No rock, no movement yet. Just pulling towards yourself. And then option to rock and move if you'd like, or option to settle into that stillness. And then take your feet together. Drop your feet down. Meeting in Supta Baddha Konasana legs. Flip your palms to face up to the sky. You can stay right here, or you can extend out for Savasana. Whatever feels best in your body, maybe tucking your shoulders under, maybe dropping off to one cheek. Big breath in. Empty. And then bringing attention back in, wiggling your fingers, your toes, and making your way back up to your comfortable seat. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me today. I had so much fun. I hope you did too. Take your hands right to heart. Let's do 2 breaths in before we exhale. Fill up. One more. Sigh it away. If you liked this video, please like, comment, subscribe, or just let me know what you think. Take care.